It's time to shave some pack weight now.
These are our best tips that you still don't believe.
What's going on, everybody? This is Derek, and with me today is the only man who has used a platypus tail as a spoon on the trail, Carl Mandrioli. There he is.
That's right. That's right. Very aggressive with the animals. With me today is my co-host, Derek Somerville. He's a man that tried to lose weight for a month, and in the end, he just lost 30 days.
Oh, wow. That was
shedding weight, my friend. That's what this episode's about. Yeah?
Yeah, I wish I could shed some of those bad jokes, but I can't do it. But here we are.
Here we are again. Yeah. We haven't actually, I mean, this is like a hot topic in the backpacking world, right? It's how to lose weight.
But I feel like this is like the horse that's continuously beat. He's like, there's nothing left of this horse, but people continually have this challenge.
They do. So you think it was beat, but let's discover if our show beats this dead horse. We definitely throw tips and tricks out as we go. But when was the last time we actually devoted a full episode to like how to shed pack weight?
It's been a minute. And
Can you guess like what season it was?
3?
Season 1, my friend. It was like our fourth episode.
Feels like we've done it before that. That's crazy.
And we've done it since then as part of other episodes. But devoting we want your pack weight to go down now. I'm gonna say I can guarantee we can shed pounds off people's packs without having them spend $1.
Pounds.
And they just have to listen to us.
Yeah. And a freebie before we even start is stop bringing jeans. I'm just going to leave it at that. Stop bringing jeans.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair for newbies for sure.
We're going to start hot. Yeah.
I got to admit, I'm a little nervous about your demeanor on this episode because
Why is that?
Because I feel like the title kind of lends itself to being a little bit scoldy, and I'm concerned that you're going to start scolding people.
I'm going to scold people. Okay. Coming from the guy who grades everybody and everything at all times. Okay. All right. This isn't about the buff. This isn't about an aqua clip. So I think I'll be fine. I'll be okay.
Yeah. It's actually me. I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna just make a little list of how many times you correct or grade something.
I'm just
probably
telling you
my list. Probably
I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the trail, what I'm seeing from expert YouTubers out there, what I'm hearing when we have guests on, what I'm hearing when we get feedback on our shows. I've accumulated all this stuff, and I'm still shocked by some of the stuff they're bringing. Okay,
it's never gonna end, and that's why we have a show.
Correct. So all right, we got our Bible verse for the episode: Deuteronomy 25:13-15. Do not have two differing weights in your bag, one heavy, one light. Do not have two differing measures in your house, one large, one small. You must have accurate and honest weights and measures, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. All right. Integrity issue here. So having accurate and honest weights and measures is important, right? So do you see a scenario where the pack scale that we bring to the trailhead gets compromised so that you think you have a much heavier pack than you actually do?
Where the scale gets compromised?
Yeah. Is there a scenario?
Maybe you broke it before you loaded it. Maybe
I smashed it or something.
No, maybe you just I don't know. Like maybe you just tried to weigh something and like I feel like there's a story coming after this comment, but maybe you
Not a story.
I don't know, hung like some 50-pound weights on it and tried to see what the max was, and then you ruined it. Maybe it's.
But you're talking past tense as if I've already done this. I'm saying in the future, is there a scenario where this could happen?
I'm sure. I don't know what it is, but sure.
Well, there's things called pranks where you think you got a 22-pound pack, and maybe it shows up as a 32-pound pack.
You're gonna prank people. Oh, you're gonna.
Well, I just like to plant these pranking seeds early enough in the season, well before our big July trip, so that when you're still surprised when it happens, you're like, I didn't see that coming, and then we have episodes to prove that you should have.
All right, let's see. Carl's gonna prank the scale.
Take notes. You're gonna forget still.
Prank scale. I'm gonna
write
put
it on your hand.
I'm gonna put a reminder in my phone on the day of the first of the trip. Hey, FYI, Carl's gonna prank the scale.
I don't know how to prank a scale, but I got plenty of months to figure it out.
Here's what he's gonna do, folks. He's gonna put a rock in my backpack before I slip it on the scale somehow.
At the trailhead, you think I got a rock?
I think maybe you'll do like 4 or 5 little these size rocks, right? And he'll stick them in the pockets.
He's showing
this is like the size of a What, like
a fist?
Sure, we'll go with a fist. That sounds good. An Nalgene bottle.
Nalgene bottle. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, so we've got. I have what do I have? I've got 3 or 4 of the tips that we've shared over the years. Sort of some new ones, kind of mixed in here. How many do you have on your list?
4 or 5. Yeah, 3,
4 or 5. Okay,
well, 3, 4 or 5. Whatever.
All right, you should go first then.
I tried to go like with some overlap just in case.
Okay. All right, and I don't know if anybody caught this in our last episode, but Derek started getting really handsy on the microphone. I tried to edit out the extra sounds, but I don't know why your hand is touching the microphone. It doesn't need to.
I'm gonna wrap both hands around this giant piece of foam right now.
Okay, it's just really uncomfortable to listen to. It's actually worse than the crumpling paper from a couple seasons ago.
No, that's impossible. Nothing's worse than that.
That's true.
All right, I'll go first. Number 1. I'm gonna start hot. We're gonna start hot. I called this one "cut the extras," meaning like, I think a lot of us have that. I had this too. Like, you have the little fear of like, I better bring extra batteries for my headlamp. I better bring like an outfit per day. I better bring like, in Carl's case, a full length toothbrush. Like these are things that like you don't need extra batteries. Just put new ones in before you go.
Okay,
you're good. It'll last well over your little weekend trip, 4 or 5 day trip. And then, I mean, you're out in the wilderness, like tough it out a little bit. You don't need 4 outfits for 4 days. Have like one outfit, maybe an extra shirt, maybe a pair of shorts if you go in the water somewhere, but just have that outfit when you get back to the car. Okay. Ready to go. And it feels fabulous. So
do you call the clothes you bring outfits, just to clarify?
I don't, but I think, it helps everybody, and it's gender neutral. So I don't want to offend you. You seem like an outfit kind of guy.
I'm not an outfit kind of guy.
Okay. You're just
shirt, shorts, underwear. That's what I got.
Real fancy. Okay. Yeah. Lucky wife. All right. So, so that's my first one. Just cut the extras. Okay. I think by having all these extra things, you're taking up space, and batteries are heavy. Batteries are not little things. So if you're bringing like batteries for I don't know, you don't need a flashlight, but some people like to bring those little mini mag lights. Those are pretty heavy with batteries. Headlamp is all you really need with one set of batteries, and that's it.
All right. I like what you had to say for the most part, but can you give me a scenario? The mini mag light, like when's the last time you saw somebody bring a mini mag light? Like you physically saw that come out on the trail?
No, the better question is, do you think people ever do it? Maybe not on our trips. You don't think there's people that do it though?
Well, I'm telling you where I'm getting all my information from. I'm gathering it from whether it's the Patreon trips, whether it's all the other trips I've gone on, whether it's what I'm seeing on YouTube, whether it's what I'm seeing on social media.
I've seen people bring a flashlight.
Okay. All right. Here are the trends I'm seeing. I'm seeing trends where they're not doing that as much, but they are bringing the rechargeables. So when you say bring extra
like
batteries,
their phone light, or they'll use their phone light.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But what I'm seeing is that they're bringing rechargeable things. So even their headlamp is rechargeable, and actually one of the hottest ones on Garage Grown Gear, it's like the Night Core or something. I don't know. But it actually doesn't last that long. And so you actually, if you're going to do a lot at nighttime, especially if you're going to hike at all at nighttime, you would need to recharge that. And so I see the extra batteries coming more in the way of the bricks,
external. Yeah.
And so I think that's where you can go overkill. They got the small bricks, but then they got the 20 milliamp, the half-pound bricks, right?
Half-pound bricks. I brought that on one trip.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was charging your phone, some other phone.
Hey, you're sharing the electricity. You can make the case for that. You bring one of those big bricks for yourself. Either you're a documentary filmmaker or you are overkilling the situation.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, I know a lot of people like to take videos. They like to take pictures, which is great. I mean, you are saving the sense of like, you don't have to bring like a camera, but they have those like little 5,000 to 10,000 deals that charge your phone like 1.5 times, and it's plenty. Honestly, I feel like that's plenty. I don't ever wish I brought more.
I think the 5,000 ones did it like a couple charges. I thought there were a couple.
I don't know. Not my experience. I might get one.
Either way,
depends how big your phone is. I will say that.
Yeah, I'll give you a C+ on that one because I had to modify what you said. So
I'm gonna give it a B-. So there we go.
Good try. Okay. All right. So this is one that let's see. You came out. You said guns blazing. So this is. Aside from, I think these are the heaviest things in your pack. I think the heaviest thing in your pack when you're starting a trip is the food and water. Heaviest, right? Okay. Especially if you're overpacking it. Maybe not if you're kind of, skimping, especially in the water, not so much. But for the most part, you're bringing 2 liters. Then you've got, whatever that is, 4 pounds right there. or over 4 pounds, really, plus the bottles. And so I think these are the things you're most likely to overpack. So this has come out on some recent episodes, but if you're going to a place if you're going to the mountains, it's got the streams, you can get away with a liter of water. You can camel up when you're, restocking the water, put some electrolyte drink mix, guzzle down half a liter, whatever, and then fill it up and move on.
Yeah.
There's very few scenarios, unless we know we're hitting a very long, extended dry spot. There's very few times when I'm carrying more than a liter of water. And I'm not talking about desert trips. I'm talking about your typical mountain summer trips.
Right.
Agreed?
Right. Yeah. Carry what you need, right? We talk about it a lot. Like, I think carry what you need.
I'm telling you exactly what you mean. I'm saying 1 liter of water. That's what.
Well, what's the mistake though, right? Like, people are going to load up 2 liters of water, both sports bottles, right? And then you're going to hike with 10 pounds of water to start. I mean, I think
2 liters is 4 pounds of water, just to clarify.
Whatever it is,
We'll do some math later.
Depends how big your sports bottle is. It's an analogy. I don't know. But
okay, wait. Depends on how big your sports bottle is. So you see some sports bottles that are like gallon size.
I love that we're going down the rabbit hole, missing.
Yeah, gallon size. This is good. Or more. You're saying 10 pounds, and a gallon's 8 pounds.
No, I'm saying that an analogy is 32 ounces, right? Is that 32? Yeah. Okay, and then a sports bottle is not.
Right.
Might be 24. You also have the 20.
That's not 10 pounds.
You also have I'm thinking like if you have multiple bottles, whatever. What you know what I'm saying? How much is whatever? The point is 8 to 10, 7 to 10 pounds. I'll specify because I know you're greater. Right. So I think, yeah, if you start out, and I've made that mistake, like you start with all that water and you're just like hoofing it. And then you get to a stream and you're like, don't need to fill up because I already got all this freaking water. So I liked your advice you mentioned years ago, like guzzle a bunch of water to get going and then, fill up when we see something, but maybe have like a sports bottle. They have a little bit for sure, but
this is where the title, these are things you don't believe comes in, because I've gone with so many folks and I just will tell them to their face. I used to try to be polite about it. And now I'm just like, I see that you have 2 liters in your pack. You're a fool. I don't really say that.
something like that.
I just tell myself, you don't need that much. You're going to be fine with 1 liter. Trust me, we're going to have people stopping. We got Derek on the trip. He takes a million breaks. We got plenty of time to filter. We're literally hiking next to a stream for the next 7 miles. You don't need 2 liters. Right. And the response, independent of the person, always the same. Well, I just want to carry 2 liters. I just feel better about it.
I think they feel secure. Right?
The only argument I've heard for this is by our buddy Jared, who's like, I carry more because I don't want to, he wants to get after. He wants to keep going. He doesn't want to have to stop and filter. He doesn't want to have to dig his stuff out.
Admirable.
Yeah. He's really fit, so I don't know if that hits everybody.
This isn't everybody.
The other part of this is the food, though. This is harder to do with the food, but I don't know. Like if you can separate your food out into separate
days,
whatever. Yeah, days, Ziploc bags, and kind of portion them out by calories. Derek, how many calories would you say that you would want to have per day?
Are we just hitting like every tip in your first one? Is that what
no? Food and water is my first one.
Food and water. I
got more coming. Don't sidestep the question. How many calories per day do you devote
on a trip on a backpacking trip specifically?
Yeah. You did not prepare for this episode, like you said.
What?
We're talking about shaving weight. Food is like the obvious big one.
Well, I plan out each day. Each meal is going to be about
how much weight of food are you bringing in dry goods?
About a pound a meal tops.
Okay, I think most people on average are 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds, and so if you're over 2 pounds, would you say per meal or did you say per day?
Per like dinner No, for like the dinner time meal. Other than that, I'm just snacking and whatnot.
The dinner time meals are like 4 to 6 ounces of those freeze-dried packages.
Pounds for what did I say? 1 pound.
I'll just give you the answer. 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds per day is good. If you want to be on the lighter side, easier trip, 1.5 pounds. If you're over 2 pounds, then you could be somebody who just needs a lot of extra calories. Maybe it's a heftier trip, or you need to shave some of that food weight right there.
I think my meals before the Canyonlands trip were about a pound, between a pound and a pound and a half per day.
Okay.
That makes sense.
If you're going a pound, like a pound is on the light side.
It is.
Yeah. You're probably grabbing food from somebody else at some point on the trip. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I mean, if you're a rookie, yeah. For sure.
All right. You're right. That was a big one. What's your next one?
My next one is okay. We've talked about this before too, like getting rid of the cotton. Get rid of the cotton, whether it's shirts, whether it's whatever. Go lean more towards like the synthetics over the cottons. I think the synthetics are going to be lighter. They're going to wick your moisture. They're going to dry quicker. So like if you are a cotton t-shirt wearer, like we know many of these guys are,
I'm one.
You're one, and you still do it, and I don't get it still, but I mean, they just, they don't dry as fast. They're going to be heavier, and it's just going to take longer to dry. So if you want to shave some more weight, get some more wick drying.
Yeah.
Wick moisture type shirts that'll dry faster, and they're lighter. Yeah. So that'd be a tip right there.
Great. I don't know if they're lighter. It depends on the material for sure.
What do you mean? Like I have the one Jared gave us, I still have that one, the CrossFit one, right? It's so much lighter than a t-shirt, and it's less bulky too.
Yeah.
You're saving space as well.
That's true. Okay, those points are good, but what it does do is it makes you extra stinky, though.
Well, you have the BO problem. I do not. Excuse me. Hang on. I got something wrong here. Okay.
You've got the sweat problem. You've got, you're pouring down sweat with the cotton shirt. Like, it's not a problem for me. I don't have no sweat.
Noses around you would disagree.
The general idea is good because you're right. Cotton is going to absorb water and it's going to hang on.
What's going to dry faster?
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Okay.
The wool does absorb water too, and a lot of people are wearing the wool shirts, so cotton's not the only culprit in terms of like added weight while you're going. So yeah. I think the synthetic shirt you're talking about, it was like a polyester blend of something.
The polyester blend of something. Well, we also have our other old wicking shirts that are long sleeves. We roll up the sleeves.
Yeah, those are the button down ones you see like from Ex Officio or Columbia. I stopped wearing those because I started seeing pictures of our trips, and I was like, that doesn't look very good. That looks really silly.
Kind of looks ghetto.
Kind of looks ghetto.
Yeah. Right. What's your next one? What do you got?
Okay, so next one we referenced in the last episode, but again, these are tips we've already heard, so we're harping on it. Is going over doing like the smart water bottle or something similar, like the essentials, the water essentials water bottle versus the Nalgene versus the reservoir, but specifically the reservoir. All right, we already outlined a bunch of tips in our last episode. The 7 beginner mistakes you might be making with Kyle Hates Hiking. But I think that's one to consider. Like, aside from efficiency, you're going to be saving a 1/4 pound, just one bottle over the reservoir. And trying to pour the water from the reservoir into like a cooking pot or using the water for anything else aside from sucking it down on the trail is not really helpful, whereas a bottle is actually more useful for that. And to be honest, you're probably bringing a bottle or some other sort of water container anyway. So it's just weight you can get rid of.
True. I mean, I'll get that one like a B. It's good.
No complaints on that. I mean, really, we had like 10 reasons in the last episode. So go back to the last one. How can I get
straightforward though?
Wait, if I got 10 reasons and it shaves you a 1/4 pound at least, if not 5 ounces, what would be like? How can I get an A? How's it possible?
Well, just because I want to give you a B, really.
Okay.
But again, like it just seems like excess, right? Like we talk about how excess, you don't really need all that extra crap. And I think it just is another point of, do you really need this extra pot or whatever you want to call it that you aren't going to really use except for that function?
Yeah.
It's not like the multi-function use of that isn't going to justify you bringing it, essentially. Unless you're
that's what I'm saying, is it doesn't have multi-function use, so therefore don't bring it. And it's annoying to use outside of the single purpose of kind of sucking down the water as you're hiking. So
correct.
All right. That was my number 2. You got 2. What's your number 3?
You already used like 2 of mine that I was going to do. So I've got, I guess, one more good one.
Okay.
Let's go with something a little bit smaller. We talked about like packing tent stakes and all this stuff. There's always that like idea of like, you don't need to bring the big plastic tent stakes. You don't need to even you could use the rocks. Like a lot of times, like, you could tie your tents, your flies and stuff with rocks and stuff and not even bring tent stakes, which can be, I mean, how much are like 6 tent stakes metal? How much of those weigh?
The shepherd's hooks ones? 6 of them?
It's like 6 to 10 ounces, probably like 10 ounces.
No.
It's gotta be.
I'm gonna say 3 to 4. I'm gonna say
ounces?
3 to 4. I'm gonna look it up.
Together.
You keep sharing about your reasons why. I'm gonna look it up.
Together.
Okay.
There's not many reasons why. It's like it's gonna save you weight in the pack. I mean, if I'm gonna bring any type of stake, it would be the metal ones. I think I'd rather carry those than the big plastic ones because they just take up way too much space.
Okay.
But again, if you really wanted to save some weight and you're trying to go lighter, you could always use some rocks too, which we've done in the past. So,
all right. The aluminum shepherd's hook tent stakes. It's not even titanium. It's just aluminum. Each tent stake weighs half an ounce.
Half an ounce. So that's 3 ounces.
Right. Not 10 ounces.
Good math.
Yeah.
So 3 ounces. So you got to think in terms of ounces, though. You're still shaving.
I don't know that I'm dishing the tent stakes. I'll be honest.
Is that more valuable than shaving off half your toothbrush for like 0.0058 ounces, like you said?
You already suggested at the beginning of this episode that we should do that.
I don't. No. I said that. That was like cut.
You said that I bring a full size toothbrush, and you were like mocking me for it.
That was just for fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was more for fun.
All right. I'm going to label this one your controversial answer for the episode here. Is the tent stake worth bringing, or should you rely on rocks or sticks or trees you can find to stake it out? I'm talking for the ground dwellers out there, not the hammock users, of course. So what do you think about that? That's a controversial one.
I think you can go either way. I think there's obviously people that are gonna be like, you need tent stakes, which we use tent stakes. I'm not gonna say that, but I think if you are struggling to lose weight and you can't sacrifice outfit number 3, or you can't, leave behind the cotton shirts or whatever. I mean, this is another way to shave weight. So
you're saying ditch a semi necessity.
I think it's down. I think it's down in the middle-ish, bottom-ish of a weight shaving list.
Okay.
It's not at the top, but it's not at the bottom either. So
you're frustrated that I took your other answers and this is all you have left, is what you're saying.
I mean, we can go back to the water, but we were talking about you wanted to
the food and water is a big one. Like that.
Let me just lump together like 3 and 1.
Yeah, I got more. I got more. So
well, let me hear about it. Other than prank scale,
that
doesn't count.
It doesn't count. All right,
let's go.
Okay, I've got my next category is group gear, and this is something that we've kind of harped on for years now. And some people are like, I just like to be self-contained. I'd like to have my own stuff. I don't want to wait 5 extra minutes to cook my food while somebody else is cooking their food, even though I'm probably setting up my tent during this time. But if you can share stove and fuel, if you can share, cordage, first aid kit, a rain tarp. Somebody brought a rain tarp as group gear on our Teton trip. If you can share, dare I even say, weapons like bear spray. Somebody's gonna be bringing the bear spray. You just grab it before you go off to the bathroom. I know the tent's the hard one because some people just really like to have their own shelter, and you're similar to Derek in that when you hit nighttime, you have a lot of really bad gas, and you don't want to just spray that on people. So
horrible.
Yeah. So I get it. But if you can share some of that stuff, then you're just splitting that weight in half right there, free. Okay. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me bring something up to you real quick, because a lot of people give us feedback like, I go by myself. I'm not going to be sharing group weight. Like, I'm a solo backpacker. We get a lot of that feedback. Okay. But when you and I are on the trail and we go backpacking, wouldn't you say the majority of people we come across that are backpacking are part of a group, and usually at least 3 or 4?
Yes, correct.
Like we come across soloists sometimes.
We see 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly a group. It's not very often.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe more we did run into a couple solo hikers that were hammocking
together. They were
separate. They were separately. No, they get a couple of solo hikers. It's pretty straightforward. I don't know. That's whatever. Maybe do more trail magic. We'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, I think they but it's not that often though. I mean, it's like, so, I mean, maybe you're just a stick hard, a diehard for like carrying your own everything, and you just need to you don't care. Yeah. But if you're sharing, I mean, ad nauseum have we talked about like the benefits of sharing group gear, and there's still people who are like, nope. Like even our guys in our own team are like, nope, I still want to do my own thing. I want to be self-sufficient, even if it adds like 7 pounds to my pack.
Yeah, we got a couple guys that are that way. That
but if they can do it, and not slow everybody up, then what do we care?
We do care, because one of our more recent trips, I told the guys that we were going to have a hard day on this trip. Keep your pack under 30 total pounds.
Didn't do it.
And he was pretty self-contained, and he struggled and got lost. So did not work out, and we had to wait for him too.
Yeah.
So anyway, another thing too is if you're in like bear country, sharing a bear canister, especially if you're like us who doesn't want to carry a bear canister, and Yeah, we want to be as stingy as possible with how many bear canisters we bring. That's another way to shave weight. Like this is pounds we're talking. I mean, I will admit, I get the tent and the water filter are two things that are the most annoying to share. So if you're not going to share two things, I get it.
Would you? Okay, I read something. Would you agree or disagree with this statement?
Okay,
it's wise to keep your tent, sleeping bag, and what was the other one? Shoot, what was the big three? Why am I forgetting right now? No, not
toothbrush, bottle sprayer.
Okay, it was like your backpack, your pack, your shelter, and your sleeping bag. Like keep them under 10 pounds.
Under 10 pounds?
10 pounds. I hear that and I'm like, that's way too much. That's way too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very broad statement, right? Yeah, it's definitely keep it under 10 pounds. I think some people can keep it under 5 pounds if they're 100%, really spending some cash. Talking some of the key base weight items there. I'm trying to think if I've got 2 pound tent, like under 2 pounds sleeping bag. And my bag, I guess, it's closer to 10 than I thought. Like I don't have like an ultralight backpack, so my backpack weighs like 3 to 3.5. So I guess I'm like at 7,
so 7-ish pounds. You're changing your tune, right?
Well, what are you at? Okay. Do some quick mental math.
Okay, so I got my.
You don't even own a shelter, do you?
Yeah, I split the one. Well, did I sell my half of it? I split the Big Agnes one with you guys. So I guess how much is that? I haven't seen it in a while. What's the Big Agnes one?
And this is why it doesn't measure up, is because that's it's a 4-man tent, so you can't.
Right, exactly. So I guess my sleeping pad is.
Wait, is the pad part of the deal? You didn't say that.
No. What did I say? Sleeping bag. Sleeping bag is about like maybe 1.5 pounds ish. And then my pack is probably like around 2.1 or
that's
something like
that. Really heavy day pack right there.
A really super heavy day pack.
Yeah.
So it's not that much, but then if you add like 3 pounds, 2 pounds for the tent, hypothetically, then I don't know. But again, like I was willing to, I wanted a lighter pack, right? So I spent the extra money to get the better lightweight sleeping bag and the better pack and all this other junk.
I would say that if you can get under 8 pounds, including your sleeping pad, you're probably doing pretty well, or under 9 pounds. Yeah,
including your sleeping pad.
Big 4, right?
Yeah. But that leads me to another tip to shave weight.
Oh, this is a bonus tip for you.
Hello. Yeah. And we talked about this too. You've done this, is where you cut your sleeping pad to like just below maybe the waist or something like that, and it's a lot
the foam
shorter.
Pad, not the inflatable.
The foam pad, which a lot of people still use, which is shocking to me in itself. Because I'm like, how do you do this? Right. I think Rocky still uses it, right? Like, Rock, just cut like 2 or 3 of those flaps off, bro. You're gonna save a lot. But he doesn't care. So
right? I did that with my kids when my kids were young and it didn't matter. Like they didn't need the.
But now they're longer. Now they're longer and taller.
Now they're young adults and they want something nicer. So I think people are still bringing the foam pads because they hate sleep and comfort, and so That's not really an ultralight tip, but something to consider, I guess.
It's more just.
It's also cheaper too.
Wait, maybe they. I didn't think of this, but maybe they take that foam pad. Maybe some people like fold it in half or something.
If you could buy it long enough and fold it over like 2 or 3 times, still not comfortable. Still not comfortable.
It's still the worst idea ever.
Right. All right.
Thanks.
I got one more.
Yeah, one more. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got I call this category ridiculous gear that's needlessly heavy. All right. What was your first category? You had like a similar category name, but I think mine's next level.
Cut the extras. Okay, so yours is referring to extra gear, where maybe the gear's not necessarily ridiculous. I'm talking about ridiculous gear, and I don't want to harp on some of these that we've harped on a lot over the years, but I got some new ones. Like a glass water bottle.
We see that sometimes. We do see the aluminum or the glass sometimes. You've heard me talk about the Nalgene's and the footprints and that kind of stuff. We've talked a little bit about the Crocs. FYI, Crocs weigh 12 ounces to a pound for camp shoes.
Crocs. Stop it with the
12
Crocs.
ounces to a pound, just to clarify.
That's
all right. You can take your insoles out of your shoes and walk around, get a different feel for your feet, not to bring anything. All right. The pump filters are still selling a lot at the outdoor stores, and those are needlessly heavy. I will say the technology of them has gotten a lot better, where they do actually pump quite a bit faster, and they're good for groups or bulk, but I still wouldn't bring one.
Are they still durable like they used to not be?
Probably not. Yeah, I think they're the same that way. But all right, so here's the one that I'm noticing. This is I forget if I've talked about this a lot, but This is where I need to get on my high horse here. All right.
Oh boy, here we go.
Can we calm down about the bags? Can we calm down?
The bags.
Yeah. Specialty bags. I got my food bag. I got my bag for my clothes.
Okay.
I got my specialty bag for my food. Or did I say already food? So food, clothes. One that I saw on YouTube.
Toiletries. Toiletry bag?
Toiletries specifically. Somebody had like a bag I saw, a YouTuber that I hope to have on soon. We'll ask him about this. He had a poop kit bag.
Stop.
All right. That was like specialized. It was like special printed.
Come on.
By one of those companies that does like the,
This is fake. Fake news? This is real?
No, I saw this today.
Specially printed poop bag.
Yeah, it was. I forget. I don't know what logo he had, or if I don't know if it was like his YouTube logo on there, but it was like, wow, this is my poop kit. And then he kind of went through what he had in there.
What was in
Derek, you're the one that's the most excited about poop that I know of. And I'm sensing you're not even going to have one of these. Is that correct?
I love a good poop kit, but no, you don't need, no.
Okay.
Maybe, and I don't even bring it, but maybe you bring up like a little bit of TP. Maybe a couple bum wipes. I don't know.
I'm not even talking about what's in the bag. I'm talking about the bags themselves, though.
I don't. No. You don't need all that.
Right.
I mean, I get that people want to be organized and blah 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 blah. You know what it becomes like? It's like when people try to be organized with like Ziploc bags, and then you end up having like 30 Ziploc bags, and you got to shuffle through them anyway, and you can't find everything.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something like that.
No, it is. Oh, for sure. Because like the red bag is a clothing bag. The blue bag is the food bag. No, 100%. But yeah, I don't know that I have 30 in my pack though. I know there's a few in there, right?
Okay, maybe not 30, but maybe you have your snack Ziploc bag. There's, I don't know.
By getting rid of the bags, especially like the specially printed ones, we just saved you $100 right there, at least. Easy. Especially if you go 2 or 3 bags, probably more than that. Now, shaving the bag weight is going to be minimal, but if you get rid of all your specialty bags, you're probably saving like what, 1 or 2 ounces.
And I'm going to say this: when you have bags, and including your backpack, I think I even said this somewhere else later. I said this at the end of all my things. I said it's okay to have space in your pack. Like you don't have to fill it to the top. And I think some people have the tendency like, oh, I have this bag, I have that bag, I gotta like jam it all in there like my poop bag. Like, no, you don't. You don't need to do that.
No.
So I think it has this tendency to make you want to pack more. I know I did the first couple of years. I'm like, I can't have space in my pack, you know?
And to be honest, like, so I don't think we might be saving some weight because people are excited about their bags and maybe they want to fill them. I get what you're saying there.
Right.
The psychological reason, but I think there's like a different psychological issue going on here.
Right.
I would ask this, okay, because I've seen this mainly with the guys. Why are you so excited about the bags? Like, what about the bags? You got a blue one, you got a red one. Like, what's so exciting about that? You got one that's printed. Okay, if it's meaningful to you, I get having one special bag. I get it. But some people are so excited. I'm seeing like YouTube videos devoted to bags. Like that, the video is bags. And it gets hits, man. It's getting hits.
Bags?
So, yeah.
What are we missing here? Bags.
Yeah, that's my question is why are we so excited about the bags? Is it the organizational side of packing? Is it just, are you kind of like the spreadsheet person where you're like, I like putting the numbers in the boxes. I like putting the gear in the bags. Like, what is this?
Wow. New title, bag packing and blisters. That's it. That's it. Sag packing.
We're bagging on the bags.
We're packing bags, man. It's just packing bags.
All right. So I got scolded there. I warned you that was gonna happen.
So bad. Are some of these videos just labeled like Ziploc heaven or like, like what do they call these things? Like dry bags are for more than
I haven't
dry?
invited this guy on the show yet. I could tell you who it is, and then we could call him out on this episode right now, and then I could send him.
Let's do it.
I could send him this clip, and then you know what? And then maybe he'll come on our show.
And then we grill him.
Should we try?
Grill him.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right, let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up what the video is called because it's definitely about.
I want to know if he used like dry bags, little mini dry bags. I have one of those, and I end up not even using it that much.
Okay.
Ziplocs, Ziplocs.
Okay, so his name is Rob Pelton.
Rob Pelton.
And I typed in Rob Pelton, and then I typed in bags, and then Dan Becker comes up. So, and then he's got a bunch of bags. So maybe Dan Becker's into the bags too. This is not what I want. His was like poop kit, ditty bags, and something else was the name of his video. And so, Rob, I would like to invite you on our show so that you can defend yourself about why you're so excited about bags, because it's not just you, man. It's a lot of folks out there. You represent a population of bag lovers that we don't understand.
Bag lovers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
like
so there you go. I'm going to calm down a little bit now.
Whew.
All right. What else we got here? I think that's it for my list. So I think that was 8. We had 8 tips there.
That was a lot.
And if you add up if you did every single tip, like you struggled with every single issue, we're talking, I'm going to say 5 to 8 pounds off your back.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. 5 to 8 pounds. You're welcome. Right. You're welcome. I think we got some trivia coming up.
Yeah. Before we get to trivia though, can I just tell you, I'm just gonna make a prediction about this episode, is that the feedback we're gonna get is people defending their heavy, gear choices, and they're still not gonna believe us. Derek.
I like that you said that with just 100% confidence too. So
what do you mean?
Like you just know it's gonna happen. And I kind of like, it's hard to not disagree with you because I think we've seen it happen over and over again. And I like to disagree with you, but I don't know if I can on this one. So
okay, yeah, you've actually agreed with a few of these things on my list. Yeah,
I know it's shocking.
I think you're gonna grade me an A on this.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Maybe like an A- tops. But yeah, we'll do some trivia and we'll see if Carl can remember some of these things right after this. Oh yeah. We have weight shaving challenge trivia for you.
Okay. Weight shaving challenge trivia is brought to us by Vaucluse Gear. Let's be honest. Back sweat really dampens our spirits. Not only is it uncomfortable and potentially dangerous, it's gross to look at. Trust me, I've seen Derek with a lot of it. Good thing the Vaucluse Cool Dry Backpack Airflow Frame can solve this problem. This game-changing solution fits all packs between 18 and 65 liters to give you the airflow you need to stay drier. Check it out at vauclusegear.com. And if you have a pack over the 65 liters, and you're not going with your family or on a really long journey without resupply, you should probably dial that back a lot. There's another tip right there.
That'll save you weight. Yeah, that's true.
All right.
All right. We got some trivia here. See how you will do. I don't know, but I'm hoping you can get two of these 3. All right. There we go. Number 1. What small item did you suggest people bring half of to save weight? It should be an easy one for you.
Okay.
What small item were you like, just bring half of this and you can shave some weight, guys? Yeah.
Oh, it's not multiple choice.
No, it's fill in the blank.
Okay.
This is your word.
We've referenced toothbrush a couple times. It's got to be toothbrush, right?
It is toothbrush. I shouldn't have said toothbrush earlier, and I'm regretting it now.
Yeah, and I think that the toothbrush, I think that's more of like a symbolic thing. I'm like, I am committed to, cutting straps and doing things like that to shave weight, and that's like next level stuff, right?
Let's just be honest. It's overkill. You don't need to bring.
It's overkill unless you're really getting after it, which we know you don't do that.
I don't. Talk to your shoulders about it. Okay. All right. Number 2. What is the heaviest pack you told me that someone had on a trip with you? Was it over 70 pounds, 60 pounds, C 80 pounds, or D 1,000 pounds?
1,000 pounds. Okay.
It's D.
Well, the official pack weight was over 70 pounds. And so, but we've speculated that we've had packs closer to 90. So I don't know if you're talking speculation or like actual weigh-in.
What you told me.
I told you both. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's true. Well, then pick. There's no 90 though.
Yeah, so I guess official weight would be over 70 pounds.
It is over 70 pounds. I think it was Rocky's pack. Was that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Rocky
that was not on a desert trip where we're packing extra water. That was on a Yosemite trip.
Look at you, 2 out of 2 already. Wow.
Yeah, thanks.
This is like a freebie right here. Okay, so feel free to miss this.
Okay.
Which piece of gear is a legit great multi-use piece of gear? Like not just like, I'll explain what I mean by legit, but is it Vaseline? Is it a spoon? And we talked about spoon being legit. And what I mean by legit is like eating or like digging a hole. Like you're not going to dig a hole with your spoon.
So like people might.
It has like, but it's like a piece of gear that you're legitimately going to consistently use it for multiple things on the regular. Okay. Is it Vaseline, a spoon, a toothbrush, or a stuff sack?
Okay. I will say, you just conjured up some memories there. We did an adventure race years ago where they, talk about gear lists. Like they had very meticulous gear lists. And one of the things they had was a trowel. And somebody had like a metal serving spoon. They didn't want to go buy like a plastic trowel, a metal serving spoon. They're like, This is my trowel.
This
and so they were gonna dig. I think they were just I don't think they were gonna really use it that way. They just had it as part of the requirement. But
yeah.
Stuff sack.
No, is incorrect. Although you can use the stuff sack for a few things. I found that the Vaseline is actually better because you can use it for.
I found, and have not discussed this before. I just personal anecdotal trivia question.
No, I've used this before. I've done this before.
No, I believe you've done it, but we haven't discussed this on the podcast.
So this doesn't make it true? That doesn't make it true? That's so ridiculous.
If you're new to the show, everybody, welcome to Derek's Trivia right here. And please subscribe to our podcast for quality trivia questions.
Everybody be jealous because anytime Carl misses a trivia question, you get this speech. Oh my gosh! Even though I think you just think I am Carl Mandrelli. I will never miss a legit trivia question because I know
incorrect.
All. I know all.
I have this personal experience that I've never shared with anybody, and I'm going to ask a question about it, and you should probably get it right.
Listen, what do you use the stuff sack for? Organizing your junk and
stuffing?
Stuff
sack holds a sleeping bag, and it can serve as your bear bag.
So it's stuff. You stuff stuff in it.
All Another right. use Vaseline, might be, you're wiping it on your bum and you're starting fires, correct?
Oh my goodness.
Am I right?
I'm not going to get into it with you. I don't want to get into it with
you. I'm trying to legitimize your question.
You're wrong. Your answer was incorrect.
Okay, well, how do you use Vaseline 2 ways?
There is fire. It's a fire starter. It's a chafe preventer.
I just said that. You wipe it on your butt.
I'm not going to wipe it on my butt. It also helps with cuts and abrasions as well.
You're not chafing in the butt area is what you're saying.
I'm not. I don't know if you are. You have some butt chafage going on? We
had the Salty Britches lady on our show who summed up what her product was as a butt cream. So
correct. Is that Vaseline?
That's her company.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Vaseline, which is worldwide. Okay. Just accept you got a question wrong. Just accept you got a question wrong.
I'll take the incorrectness. I just need Derek, to point out the ridiculousness of it.
A stuff sack. Yes, a stuff sack. Gosh. You can stuff multiple things. It's still serving the same function. Oh, wait. Here's another one. You can stuff your clothes in it and make a pillow. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe a pillow.
Oh, my gosh. Maybe. Trivia question, Eric. I had some food earlier today. What did I have? Just guess.
I don't know, but I'd love to stuff your head in a
that would make sense. That's a fair question, right? Okay. So
chili mac with beef.
Incorrect. All right. I got a few things to review. I've been trying out some gear, and so we got a few reviews coming, one per episode here. I did put out a YouTube short / Instagram reel about the Sea to Summit pillow, the Eros premium pillow that is.
I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see it? Okay.
I did watch it, yeah.
I only had a minute to share, but you can feel free to add some details or ask questions. But it weighs 2.8 ounces, and I know what you're going to ask. Yep. Yes, it weighs 79 grams. So
that's lighter than all 6 of your aluminum tent stakes. So there you go. It's a win.
That's good.
It's a win.
That was quick math right there. That was good.
You like that?
Yeah.
I do it when I need to.
But this is for a regular side. It has like it's inflatable. It has like a soft polyester side, kind of has like a pillow feel to it. It has curved internal baffles to create contours that like cradle your head.
Correct.
It's got, they call it a scalloped bottom edge that centers the pillow around your shoulders, whether you're sleeping on your back or on your side or any which way. Okay.
Right.
So ultralight, comfortable.
Yep.
It does cost $50 for a regular size. $50.
Yikes.
All right.
Yikes.
Listener Jen from Northern California did share that she's like, it's worth every single penny. She loves that pillow. But if you're talking like a large or an extra large, you're talking like $60, $65 for a pillow.
Sounds like Jen has an Osprey budget like myself, and she has great taste in pillows. So that's good to know.
Okay.
That's good
well,
to know.
I mean, are you in on this? Like, is this something you consider buying?
I already have like 3 pillows. No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Good.
So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 because of the price.
Okay. Because of the price. That is true. But I do have Sea to Summit inflatable pillows. Maybe not. I don't think that version, but
they got a lot. They got a few.
Yeah, I like them, but the ones I have do slip around a little bit. So I wanted to get one of them. I wanted to go Dan Becker mode and get one of those like down pillows. That might be worth it for me.
I've got this. I can bring this to you on the next trip if you want to try this one out.
The new one?
The one I just talked about. Literally, I just gave a review about it. That exact one.
All right, I'll do it.
Try it? Okay.
Yeah, bring it.
All right. Okay. Would it be possible for me to like do a little pinhole in the pillow prior to the trip?
Is that worth it?
That'd be too mean. So
I mean, if you can return it, but you don't like to return stuff like me.
I'm just trying to deflate it for you while you're on the trip. So
I would obviously bring my backup just because I know you do that. So I'd end up having like 4 pillows.
Gotcha.
Worth it.
Hey, we got a new Patreon supporter as our first tidbit.
Oh,
we got Bill,
nice.
And Bill. I don't know where he's from. I reached out to him a couple times, used different emails, thinking maybe one of my emails ended up in spam, and he has not responded yet. So, Bill, thank you so much for supporting us. We want to know more about you. I emailed you. If you get a chance, respond. If you don't want to respond, you don't have to, but really, really appreciate it. So, thank you.
Is that shuttle driver Bill? No.
Oh, I didn't
maybe it's shuttle driver Bill. Question. Maybe he found my sleeping bag.
Yeah, Bill.
Okay.
Bill.
All right.
Are you shuttle driver Bill? We're asking you right now. Please respond. What was his? Yeah. I have no idea where he's from.
I know why he hasn't. He's using my sleeping mat. That's what it is. He's using it.
Right.
That's why he, quote unquote, never found it.
Yeah.
Right.
Derek's referencing a story where he forgot his sleeping pad one year and blamed it on the shuttle driver.
That is not correct and false.
Okay.
It's false.
All right. We got a couple new reviews, man. They've been pouring in, which is awesome. We really value the reviews. And if you want a prize out of our random gear box, it's going to be random, but you got to reach out to us and let us know you're one of the reviewers. Derek, what you got?
All right. I got one called Great Podcast from E. Wells. I'm a bit of a newbie to the backpacking world, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this podcast. I always learn something new and get something. And get some good laughs along the way. I really appreciate the Bible verses and you guys being upfront and bold about your faith. Keep up the great work and God bless. Thank you, E. Wells.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoy. Thank you.
Yeah. So and I think this is a great episode for newbies and veterans alike, and hopefully that maybe E. Wells is not gonna pack 3 liters of water.
E. Wells sounds like some kind of scientist, like a smart person,
like Orson Welles.
Possible.
Are related, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I got one. This one got cut off. It says great information, guests, and sarcasm. Why else? And then there's the letter C. ... So I can't expand the window to see what else it says. I'm going to say why else. I'm going to fill in the sentence. Why else Carl puts up with Derek? I don't know.
That's.
What would you say?
Probably.
What would you? How would you end the sentence?
It's like
why
Derek
else?
Why else would Derek stick around this podcast to endure these horrible pun jokes that you tell him?
Yeah. Well, the third word from that sentence or that question is the letter C, and you chose a W word. So that doesn't make sense.
Well, that was paraphrasing what he wanted to say is what happened there. So
this is Jay Askins. Listen, laugh, and learn along with the podcast each week. Enjoy the guests and laughs as I try and relate my experiences as a newbie backpacker, newbie again, with the pros. Yeah. Is he calling you a pro on this one?
I was wondering that about you.
Okay. Always entertaining. Yeah. Okay. Look, Jay Askins. This is very encouraging. We really appreciate it. But let's be honest here. I don't know that we're pros. I don't know.
Jay, we are pro. We're pro shoulder support for Carl is what we're pro. Okay, that's what we're pro.
Yeah, we are learning along with you. And if you haven't listened to all our episodes and you kind of cycle back through them, you're going to see that we've made plenty of mistakes, like the one we just talked about, where Derek forgets things and then blames it on people.
Yeah, so I am pro Carl doing better jokes. I'll tell you that. Pro that.
Okay.
How about pro tell the truth? Yeah.
All right. That, my friend, that's all I got.
That's all I got. Guys, join the Patreon if you can. We'd love to have more in the family. Check us out at all of our social media handles at Backpacking Blisters Podcast, and we will see you next time. Remember, if you need extra bags, just borrow one of mine because I keep a head bag just for Carl to throw it over his head at night so I don't have to listen to him.